Okay, we're going to call the Parks Committee meeting to order today, Wednesday, February 14th at 5 o'clock. Kathy, can you do the roll call, please?
Paul,
Present.
Colleen,
Present.
Ed,
Here.
Kelly,
Here.
Marlene,
Here.
Paula,
Here.
and Lynette and Tracy are excused.
Mhm. Can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, citizens' comments. Do either of you gentlemen have a comment for the Park Committee?
Thanks.
You can state your name and address, please.
Sure. It's Mike Moser. My address is N50 W17288 Sheffield Lane. And that's Menominee Falls.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm here representing the Hamilton Junior Chargers baseball organization. We are following up. We've had some conversations with your group before about partnering to fund improvements at Lisbon Oaks. I know Mike has done some exploratory work for us, pulling amounts together, and so we're just continuing that conversation. I think today we want to kind of address the monetary situation that we're looking for.
We need to put an agenda, an
Okay.
item on the agenda in order to do that.
Okay,
So why don't we set up a time? You can meet
Sure.
with Kathy to speak about
so
that directly.
They are on the agenda, but it's not money. In this department does not talk about money.
okay,
So we're having a village board meeting at 6:30 and we'll be talking money then.
okay. Okay,
All right,
6:30 then, okay,
6:30. But
Oh,
today
other
they're gonna
agenda.
talk about the upgrades and recommend it to the village board for. approval.
okay, sounds good, then we'll be back at 6:30. Thank
Okay.
you.
Perfect.
Thank
Thanks. Is there anybody on Zoom?
No one on Zoom.
No one on Zoom. Okay. Approval of the meeting minutes from the January 10th meeting. Does anybody have any comments on the minutes from that meeting? No comments. Somebody want to make a motion to approve?
I would so move that the notes from the meeting on January 10th of 2024 be approved as written.
Okay.
A
Ed?
second.
Okay, all in favor?
I.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Nope. Okay, passes. Correspondence. Anybody have any correspondence to share? No? Okay. All right, Park Supervisor report. Mike, you're
All
up.
right, over the past month, we've been working on equipment maintenance, working with the highway on plowing and salting operations. We did resurface the ice rink when it was open, for a short 6 days this year. Clean the trails of down trees. The rest will be cleaned up in spring once everything dries up a little bit more. I did attend the WPRA conference this year, and we've been working on building maintenance.
Did we lose anything major with that big storm?
Nothing major, but a lot of little things. we
Yeah.
lost. So there's still quite a bit of cleanup. We just kind of opened up the trails so people can get through. And no immediate danger, but there's a lot of cleanup needs to be done there.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think it's everywhere. Okay, unfinished business, discussion about the extravaganza planning updates. So Marlene.
Okay, we're moving along really good. I contacted the Sheriff Auxiliary. They've been approved. So they'll be there. I have, right now, we have 10 tables manned. Got a bunch of new people. And I did talk to Mike and he said, see if you can get some more. So I called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. And they are thinking about it. Or 6 more really. So I should know for sure. Well, we've got a whole month yet. So there's still, at least 6 more that will be on it. Otherwise, the Optimist Club, whole bunch of people are going to be there. Culver Scoop mascot, she won't know until she finds out how many people are going to be at work the day before that she can get a hold of. We got the bunny lined up. The scouts are lined up. Sheriff's Department's gonna have a officer there. So everything else looks really good. And the eggs, how are we doing with the eggs?
We're good. We got plenty.
Plenty of eggs? Do you need help stuffing?
No.
Okay. And that's all.
Okay, anybody else have anything with the Easter egg extravaganza? No, okay.
So the chickens have been cooperative, Mike?
Yeah. Working all the time.
Marlene, thank you for.
Yep.
There's a lot of things behind the scenes.
Oh, gosh, yes.
So thank you for.
Just cook.
Well, we're Marlene, you're up on deck again, the community fest. We'll just move on to the next one for the community.
Oh, no, that ain't- I do have some stuff for that, though.
So this is, this is as updated as we have right now, correct? Okay. So
Keep
we
in
can go-
mind that I wasn't here last month, so, so I may have missed something, but,
Oh. Kathy, sorry. They would love to participate in the festival. So that's their contact information.
oh, JP.
Yeah.
Contacted you instead of me.
No, I contacted them for the Easter hunt.
Oh.
And I've been calling everybody.
Well, they received a letter. All the businesses received letters.
Nobody called me from that.
And, I told them if they wanted to, get a table at the Easter egg, that they could, contact Marlene directly. And, if they wanted to make a donation, where to do that, and, if they wanted to do something at the, festival, that they should contact me. So, I will give JK.
Yeah, it's all the information's on there, who to talk to.
Excellent.
So, I went through this and we got the contract for the wall and the horse drawn. I don't know if we have a contract for the inflatables yet. I have to check. Marlene, you were gonna call Brian Barnes. Did you give him a call yet?
Who? Oh,
Don Barnes, to help her.
I
Or-
did. I didn't get any call back from him. He's on my list.
So then we get to this balloon making and face painter stuff. And we got, for the balloon making, we have the dental office that does it for free, and then I think you must have had the fun joke shop in the past.
Yeah.
But we also got this Jester Fund. I gave you the email, my email on that from Marlene that kind of broke down the pricing. And the more you do with her, the more, the less expensive it gets per person. I don't know, Marlene, if you wanted to talk about that. Contact.
Yeah, this is for everything. This is for balloons. This is for not tattoos, face painting. And she would have 2 of each person. And it broke down, and I don't have my glasses, Kathy. Can you tell me what the final bill was for 4 people for the whole day? From 11 to 4.
Seems to be $1,900.
I
2 balloon twisters,
Yeah.
2 face painters. So the total.
Oh, here it is.
From 11 to 4 PM.
So, so if that's something that we want to do, then we would actually have more balloon makers than we probably.
Well, I just the last 2 years, there's always a line,
For the balloon. makers.
huge lines for the balloon makers.
Yeah,
So I think that we would be well served to do that. I mean, 1,900, that's a lot of money.
That is.
Well, we,
4 people for 4 hours.
so Susie Sparkles, the face painter would be 525.
and that's just for one.
That's just for one.
But
And
if you added her 4 times, then it would be over the $1,900.
True.
So it comes out less expensive.
yeah, and
Well,
then just have the dentist guy, do it too if you want.
So where are we right now? So we have 12 for the horses. Say
Yeah,
another
we've got-
1,000, so
got,
22, 32,
got 4605 left.
at 4605, and then that would left, so that the 19 would come out of that, so we would be covered in that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we would be able to cover.
Okay,
If everybody thinks that's a good idea, then that's.
well, what do you
I-
think?
I can make that.
Well, it's obviously, it's a lot of money, but it's a good draw.
Mhm.
So it's like it's splitting hairs. I mean, I don't know much about face painters. That's obviously it's $4.25 per a piece for 4 hours. And same for the face painter.
The
Okay.
face painters were, I mean, there was lines behind everybody.
Yeah, there really
Well,
were.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned and Kathy also that we had, how much left to spend? 4K?
4605.
All right, so this would leave us with a little over 2K if
Yeah.
we went with what we've got, the 1,900.
But, do you want me to, if you decide to do this, do you want me to cancel with Susie Sparkles then?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Then
Susie
that
Spark-
would-
I
Yeah.
like the name Susie Sparkles.
Yeah,
yeah.
so that'll put 525 back
Yeah.
in. Yep.
Before you cancel with her, though, make sure you call this Jester Fun and tell them that,
Yeah, then get a commitment from them.
get a,
Yeah,
yeah.
contract.
contract and get it signed. And then cancel Susie.
4 people. from
4
them.
people.
2 balloons, 2 faces.
Yeah,
Yep.
two,
Mhm.
again, yeah. I mean, I don't know how the committee, again, if the money is available, it has been a good draw, it was a good draw last year. Then, and we can always see, live and learn.
Mhm.
If it turns out that they're not worth the 425. Look at other, plausibilities for next year.
Yeah.
2025.
And although we have the 4,000, that doesn't mean that we have to spend all of it. And
No.
we do have to remember, we have other things to still pay for.
Mhm.
So if we've got to deal with, plywood or,
Oh, stage.
Bleachers and a stage. If we do all of that, that's gonna cost us, some money as well.
Do we have an estimate on that?
I do.
Well, we all know plywood will be cheap.
Oh, you can get,
Good thing it's not sanded plywood.
yeah, You
We
get-
did.
get seconds. Well, Mike is looking that up. I did contact Andy at the Beer Capital and actually talked to him or on emails and sent him what he had donated in 2023. And he is considering it. It just happened yesterday. So at least that is progressing in the proper thing. Optimist Club also, they are providing the food.
Mhm.
So
Are
that
they
we have the
providing
food.
Soda as well?
I told them that you can sell water, soda, ice cream, or whatever you want, because there's no other vendors. So that gives them more draw to their,
I was just, gonna say that we probably could get Pepsi to donate for us. So next year, 25, we're gonna wanna maybe get a little bit, because they just got here. When we talked to them, they
Yeah.
said that they would like to be involved in community events. They have from water all the way to Gatorade and stuff. That's all, and that's all their products. And so if we can get them to donate, just like we do, wow, then that would be something we could take care of all of them.
Yeah.
But you've already told the Optimist. I'm not
could
gonna-
we see if the Optimist, if Pepsi would give it to the Optimist Club? They're all fundraisers.
Yeah,
It's all for the same thing.
right. I think this year we can sit it out. 'Cause we
Okay.
didn't- You've already told them what to do and they're probably on their direction would be my guess, but next year when you guys are planning this.
Okay.
'cause I won't be here,
Yeah.
they,
Okay.
Kathy.
Yeah.
We have obviously 2 functioning. We have 2 functioning Quick Trips now.
3.
3, the one on Lisbon Road, okay, throw that in as 3. Or no, I'm sorry,
The
the
one
one on
on
Silver Spring.
Silver
Yeah,
Spring.
Sorry, the one that's on Lisbon is in Sussex. Have they approached you by any chance for a contract,
I called them for
Contributing.
Easter and they or thinking about it.
Okay,
They have, they received the letter, they've given to the group for our Christmas party in the past.
yeah,
So,
Okay.
I mean, they're willing to donate. There are strings to go to get, so donations usually have to come through online and do all of that work, so.
They did donate last year gift cards, cause I used those for ice for the beer,
okay,
and then, although this is. Yeah,
So
well,
we'll see what they do this year and,
Right. because
They
the
have
Pepsi
some
thing
kind
got me thinking, I mean, obviously that operation's been in there a little more than less than a year. And is the pizza place going in?
Mhm.
In the, okay, maybe we can get some pizza next year,
Next year.
2025,
Mhm.
you never know. Oh, yeah,
they might wanna do a table,
They're
on
the Easter egg hunt.
they are on
Yeah.
this right now.
okay.
Because they're gonna open in April.
All right.
So that would be perfect, they could give out pizza and things that would
Coupons.
get people there for sure.
Yeah.
Pizza,
Hot
I should be
pizza.
there for some hot pizza.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing like a free slice of pizza,
That's right.
okay.
Or wings, they have, I mean, they have good chicken.
They
as
have the
well.
best chicken. Oh, chicken is awesome.
Popeyes.
Oh.
Never mind.
Anyways, we also got the Citizens Academy for the festival. That's already taken care of.
I'm surprised that the history table is not gonna be
Yeah,
participating.
I don't think they had enough interest in somebody sitting there. That's some-
Oh, 'cause-
They're down to one gal.
Yeah.
And their help is non-existent since Fred has been gone.
Mhm.
Cause I talked to her and she said it's getting really hard for them to even keep it open.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
It was
I
always
highlighted
interesting.
that, I'm gonna take it off the spreadsheet, but
Yeah.
I wanted you to see
Yeah.
the highlighted,
Yeah,
that was a thing.
Thanks for bringing us up
yeah.
to
that's
date
too
on that,
bad.
Harley.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So did you find the number,
Yeah, for the
estimate?
stage, so this, I quoted out a 20 foot by 16 foot stage. It would be 2 feet high. So this is delivered and they do set it up, would be $1,008.
1008?
What about the-
Bleachers I'm striking out on,
Yeah, and you bring that up, you think?
well, it's middle of baseball season, so like the ones I got when we did here, Sussex is using. them. And so.
But I mean, they don't. have events.
Not that these places doesn't, I haven't found someone that does yet, so it's still in the search.
Well, a 2 foot tall stage, do we necessarily need bleachers or can we just say bring chairs or something or?
I guess put picnic tables though, you know, and
Yeah, it's picnic tables would have to do. that. The big issue is, a lot of people wanna sit around, eat, and listen, or watch, and they aren't gonna wanna sit on the floor.
Well,
I get
the
that.
picnic tables. What did it cost us to put the stage up for last year? When
2
we
years
just
ago.
had the plywood
2 years ago.
I
2 years
think-
ago?
I think we'd probably still do the plywood for the band.
Yeah,
I would confirm that they want that because that band was a one-off that asked for the plywood. Cause they were afraid about.
That's
getting
right.
Electrocuted.
that's right.
We've never had any other bands ask for plywood.
Oh, they just go right on the ground?
Yeah. they
Yeah, it
play
was just on the
grass.
ground,
This
there
was,
was no even, you
Yeah.
just put
But-
4x8 sheets together.
yeah,
right?
that's what I did, but that was for this band 2 years ago
Yeah.
when they were here last
Was it
year.
the same band?
Yes,
Okay, so we don't think that they're gonna still want plywood.
I would find out first.
Who's?
Well, this
judging the
is the
band?
same, this is not gonna be the same band this year.
No,
No, it's a different band this year.
This is the same band as 2 years ago, I believe.
Oh,
what was the name of the band?
We are,
Bobby Way and the Way Outs.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
they were
this
good.
was 2 years ago.
And they're the
That's
ones that
about
wanted
it.
the
They're-
plywood?
They're the ones that wanted the plywood. Like I said, they're the only ones that have ever asked for it.
He was the one, Mike, was he the one who was dressed up like as a captain or
Yep.
something at a karaoke?
Yep.
No.
Most bands want an oriental rug.
Oh.
With a hookah.
No, would you see that often? They got a nice big fancy rug they put down, play on.
Mm,
right,
Okay,
Anyway,
that's it.
so that's where we're at right now.
Have you
That's all I
gotten an
have.
email from Haven's Cutting yet?
I have not.
So is there anything else that would cost us money that we haven't thought about yet?
So, yeah, because we were gonna do we have the petting farm on there for $1,200.
Yeah,
did not get a contract yet.
They have received our booking form, but they haven't, this was from the 19th of January when I contacted them again. They said they'd be getting their actual invoices together in the next few weeks, so I will email them maybe this week, so let's see. Right, that's still to come.
Yep. As long as we're booked.
Yeah.
If they're not worth about getting paid.
Right,
we're
I think
okay with
that's,
that.
yeah, I think
If they're,
I think that's where we're at, is we're on their calendar, but they haven't gotten their stuff out yet.
right, I think that's gonna be a really nice draw for us, the things.
Does with that petting zoo, does that bring us down to just?
That's
about
already
zero?
on there.
It's already in there.
It's already in
already
there, okay,
Well, 1,200, didn't get the final invoice from them yet, but
so we're still.
Correct.
We can figures.
yeah,
A little bit of breathing room with maybe
Figure
1K.
$200.
per mile, yeah, okay,
Uh,
thereabouts anyway. And the you got the canines are all set, right, Marlene?
That was me.
Oh, that was you,
That's
okay,
Yeah.
okay, check, and check.
And I'm still working with the fire department and seeing, they did get the okay to use the fire, house that, so kids can, use the water and flush out the fire. They kind of have a little fire and then they have them.
That'll be cool.
Mhm.
So it'll be a good hands-on for the kids.
I think we
there.
better try it first, make sure it works.
Definitely.
Can we play with it first?
Yeah, definitely. All right, cool, looks
So,
like we're pretty
That's
good.
all I've got.
Anybody have any other comments, questions, or anything on the festival?
Oh, just the porta potty thing.
Oh.
Bill, yeah,
Shh, I hope so. Porta potties?
won't see it on this.
Um, well, there goes the, yeah, okay, yeah, no, it doesn't look like it's in here.
You know. Oops.
Who was in charge of the porta potties? Mike. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about it.
I'll get an updated number from her.
And, yeah, because we talked about what we wanted as well.
Mhm.
That
So,
would be a problem.
we just have to get that into the thing. So, I'll put those in.
Good catch, thanks. Anybody, anything else? Nope. All righty, that takes care of Community Fest. Okay, discussion and necessary action regarding updates to the 5-year parks plan and recommendations to the village board of same.
This was what you all discussed at the last meeting.
I did not check. I did not have the updated thing to check if it was in.
You wanna just table it? You wanna look it over? It's all red line. And look it over and we can table it for the next meeting.
I would kind of like to do that unless anybody
Yeah.
has an objection. I
Let's do
did, I
that.
really honestly did not have a chance to go through it, but I'd like to
No, we
really
just
like
got-
peruse it.
Just got this tonight, so.
Okay. Okay,
Paul,
Yeah.
yes,
suggestion.
yes.
Given, what this means or doesn't mean for us. We really, we can't clear this and have a total meeting talking about, festivals, et cetera. I think we need time to set aside almost an entire meeting or at least 45 minutes to look at this plan.
Okay, I
I
would,
would think.
I mean, I agree. It's a
Am I
long,
barking up the wrong tree?
no, I think if this is a long range plan, then we need to give it the time that
Mhm.
it requires to like really put something in place that's gonna be good.
So the next meeting is in March.
Yeah, very short for the Easter hunt.
Is it after the Easter egg?
No,
hunt?
before,
It's before.
but
So
it
we
should,
could
not be
do
much.
we could just do the Easter egg and then this and that's it.
Because there's not gonna be much left to discuss with the Easter egg thing. That could be a 2-minute thing, right?
I'm just gonna hand out papers to everybody.
For their jobs.
Yeah, there, here's your job and I'll get Brad's, the clipboards set up for
Okay,
the people who need clipboards.
Yep.
I'll have that all set up, but I won't give it to them until the day of.
okay. Do you think that'll work, Ed?
Yep, well, at least to give us, it used to say quality time, whatever that means.
Yeah,
to look at it.
Well, focus
And-
time anyway.
Mike, I
Yeah.
know you're trying to, how much for plywood and everything else. Is my request reasonable? I mean,
No, we don't need to, I don't think we need the information. For the community festival in March. We
No.
can wait a month. And get more information by, for April discussion.
Mhm.
because we have many parks.
We can discuss things.
And the intricacies go on. I mean, these gentlemen that were just here and will come back. That's gonna play into what's gonna happen in Lisbon Oaks and so forth and so on. But these are the types of things that
Oh,
we need to stay current on or ahead of.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're
let's-
not just,
I agree with
making
you, Ed.
decisions that will make it harder for Mike, the park superintendent, and for us to process in the most efficient way our parks and utilization of said. I would think. What does the committee think?
Yeah, I'm in total agreement.
I would agree with that too.
Yeah.
I know, Village of Sussex actually was just doing theirs and they put a survey online for residents to fill out.
Oh.
That went basically what they would like to see
Hmm.
in the parks and whatnot, and
Mhm.
certain projects, the priority list you could do.
Hmm.
I did print it out.
I think that's a neat
So I think
idea.
We can talk
If
about
that's
that. at the next
something.
meeting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'd like to look at, so
Are you in favor of that, Mike?
I think
That's
it's
for
a
a
great
closed meeting,
I think it's a great idea.
okay, because okay. Thank you,
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, the public is paying for it, so,
No.
yeah,
yes. And we don't wanna, be accused of not involving our citizens in our
100% agree,
procedural scenarios with the parks.
agree.
Alright.
Okay, all right, so then, we'll do that for the next meeting then.
We'll table this to the next meeting.
Yes.
Can I have this posted and stuff?
So what do you want to
First-
make a motion to table this?
I would motion that we table the long-range plan until the, next meeting in March.
Okay.
of
I second.
2024.
Okay, Marlene, all in favor?
I-
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Um. So discussion and necessary action regarding possible Lisbon Oaks Park upgrades and recommend, is that gonna kind of fall in the same category there?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, okay, let's do it.
So, I'm gonna let Mike talk about most of it, but I just wanted to give you kind of a. We met with the gentleman from the Chargers and they sat down and they went over what Mike had put together as a scenario. And we're not gonna talk money today, but at the next meeting we will, the recommendation is from the plan commit, or from the committee is that you would want to see this move forward, that you would like to see this baseball diamond in enhancement in the upgrade in the Lisbon Oak Park. So that's pretty much the recommendation that we'd be looking for from you guys. But he's gonna tell you what those upgrades.
So basically what they're looking to do is make it a bigger field for the older kids. Your eighth grade, roughly right before high school, for that age group. So what we'd be doing is extending the bases from our 50-foot bases to 60-foot bases. And then extending the pitching mound out. We would install a fence in the outfield, because it would, for people that are familiar, Lisbon Oaks. The outfield butts up now to the basketball court. So we'd put a fence in the whole outfield, and then we do netting above the fence. For 60 feet, that would cover the area from the basketball court to roughly just past the volleyball court, so. No kid would get hit that would be playing on there. So yeah, we'll be extending the fences, bases, regrading the field out, and all restoration. would be done.
So, and part of the idea behind that is to be able to have more games there, to rent it out to more people. So would parking be an issue? Because that's not a huge parking lot.
Yes,
Parking's an issue now.
Yeah.
Yes, that is an issue. That parking lot can be extended. I think I'm going off the top of my head, but I believe we could add like 10 more spots in there with the space that we have without doing a lot of tree removal or just making it too big.
Mhm.
But yeah, the parking is already.
Yeah, the
an
parking
issue there.
is
As with most of our
inadequate at
parks.
best.
Yeah.
Mike, would the improvements to that baseball diamond also include any kind of, stands? Seating?
No,
No,
it's
'Cause
nothing.
there's no seating there now.
There
is
are bleachers there.
There are bleachers, but they're very small, maybe one or two risers,
I think there are 3,
three?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, there is, but this has nothing to do with the backstop, the bleachers, the dugout area. For the teams to play.
okay. But it's to prevent, a good hit ball from not going onto
The
the
basketball.
brand new basketball,
Yes.
basketball court.
Yes.
Okay.
Are these all improvements you can get done for the start of the season?
Would they be?
Seems like a lot, but.
Dugouts and things of that sort?
No, nothing
Nothing like
would be
that.
changed with that at this time at least. It's something that could always be done later
They'll
on.
just have a bench behind a fence or something?
It's gonna use the same one that's
Same
there,
one They got.
yeah. Yeah, cause there is a backstop there with fencing, the bleachers for the teams and then the bleachers for the parents to sit at, so. Nothing would be changed with that. It would just basically be extending the baseline to accommodate for the older kids.
Mhm.
And they, I mean, we've had this discussion with now Junior Chargers and Sliva, and this is the same age group that they were looking to accommodate more fields. for.
So how many games a year do they think they'd put on there, or potentially could we see? I mean, just a guess is, I'm not,
That's a tough number.
well, I mean, the only reason I think of that, because I'm in that neighborhood, I'm on the other side of it, but. I mean, if there's a lot of games there, the parking thing, people are gonna get a little, I think, frustrated with that.
Yeah, man, I'd say. I mean, I believe this year we had. Let's say 80 games. Maybe there.
And there wouldn't be, because there's soccer fields up there too, there wouldn't be simultaneous things going
No,
on up there.
Soccer
Okay.
doesn't overlap with baseball.
Okay, I didn't think so,
Soccer's
but-
the spring
Yeah, because
ball.
that would be bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mike, is there any chance of putting parking coming in off that east road? On the east side of the park?
off like Hickory Chasm and.
I don't
Lisbon
know
Oaks
the
over
name,
there. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, you could, yes, I mean, that's definitely a potential, but. For that baseball field, that's a hike.
yeah, you'd have to
Yeah.
go all the way
Because
across.
that park's a square and it's
Mhm,
a hefty walk from west to east.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in future, possibilities. If they needed another baseball field of that size, we could put one where the soccer field is. And then move the soccer field to an alternate location,
Mm.
and you could easily put a parking lot over there, and then it would break up the congestion of. You'd have 2 parking lots for them to park at instead of one for 2 games.
Is street parking ever an issue with the neighbors and things?
I've never heard any complaints or anyone complaining.
And even with the enhancement of the park. Of this diamond, it's not that more games would be played as much as the kids, it'll accommodate the kids, so we had 80 games. I bet you that field was used just about all the time, and if now they could get these older kids on a field, that is gonna be beneficial to that age group.
And we would keep it, we would keep anchors for the existing base size. So we could play both teams on there.
Oh,
It would
good,
just
okay.
be- We could move the bases for what is needed for the game.
Is there gonna be anything done to the play equipment if you're gonna have? Is that gonna be affected anyway?
I think, not for this baseball diamond.
Okay.
So one thing he didn't mention was the quotes he got for the fencing is the exact same fencing, the nice black fencing we got on the basketball.
Oh, so it'll match.
So it's gonna match
Yeah.
really nice. It's gonna look exactly the same, so.
Okay,
it'll
cool.
look real
That'll
nice
be
in the
good.
park.
Is there any, is there any increase in cost for the black fencing over the regular?
Yes.
There is.
Yeah.
Is it substantial?
I believe it was about 10%.
Very
More.
substantial.
The normal silver stuff is so boring.
Well, it's just that it doesn't, I think that the black vinyl on there really just, it makes it look real nice, and I think it protects the wire better for us for decades.
Okay. Is there a warranty scenario with the fencing?
Nothing.
Yeah, I didn't think that's.
I
gonna be bad.
I didn't
I
remember
have
that.
no idea.
They didn't mention it to us on the last project. That there was a warranty on the fencing.
And we should know this. Mike, how many soccer fields are there at Lisbon Oaks?
Just one.
Just one, and it's obviously further east of where now the basketball court is and the baseball.
Yep.
Okay.
If down in the future, if these gentlemen come back and say, hey, you know, can we make another one?
Mhm.
Where would you put that soccer field?
Right now I put it at Lisbon Community Park.
Oh.
I only have all year, I would say 20 soccer games.
Hmm.
In the spring, I just have one, I don't know, it's not even a school, it's like a group for homeschooled kids,
Mhm.
for sports for them, so they use it in the spring. And then I have them, and then, St. John's out of Landon use it in the fall. So I would say 20 games every year.
Mike, quick question. Off of 74 in Pewaukee,
Mhm,
bordering on Lisbon,
mhm,
there is a sports complex that I didn't even know was there until about a year ago.
mhm.
And if you look, I've forgotten which feeder road that goes into 74. It's near that mulch park place.
Lindsay
Yeah,
Road.
that's, isn't that, is the Brookfield Sports
No.
Complex.
Is that Brookfield or Pewaukee?
No,
I don't know.
It's City of Pewaukee.
Mhm.
They're-
Because, I mean, there's a sports complex on Lisbon Road,
On K, Lisbon.
and you
K,
keep going
yeah.
down, and that's Brookfield.
Yeah.
Right.
It's on
Brookfield
70.
Sports.
This one is actually closer to,
On
if you want
K,
to say Lisbon, our village, it's closer to us
yeah.
than the one is
Lindsay and-
further down Lisbon Road, because that's beyond that golf course, Wanakee, I believe. But that one that I'm talking about, that's in let's say feasible Pewaukee,
Mhm.
is that set aside for baseball and soccer? I mean, I have no idea, or do you
I
know?
don't know about soccer. I know baseball, and they are actually doing artificial infield there this year.
Oh, okay.
So. yeah,
All right.
money, and
Is that for like high school or club, like bigger, like older
I
kid
don't
club
think it's high
teams?
school.
No?
I think it's, what we accommodate to up to your
Hmm.
8th grade.
You just pay a lot more to use that.
Yeah, I
We're
was
a better
just
deal.
asking in terms of cost and competition with us, down the road.
I mean, every club is looking for field availability. I mean, it is at a premium right now, so.
Okay.
More and more kids are doing year-round sports.
Oh, yeah.
And just with the housing boom out in this area, I mean, it's only gonna continue.
Has
Very
there
true.
been any, I'm sorry, has there been any clubs interested in putting in another field at Lisbon Oaks?
Another field, I would say no, just for the cost wise. Cause where this is just to extend
Extension,
one.
yeah.
I would say you're probably looking at 300, just a guess,
Put a field in?
300,000?
Oh, yeah.
with fencing and grading.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything is expensive.
So we're on this one, and in Lisbon Oaks Parks, and be looking for a recommendation to the village board.
Yeah, I think we should look into it.
Do we need to make a,
motion.
Yeah. Does everybody agree with that?
oh, yeah,
So would somebody want to make a motion?
I would move that, in regards to Lisbon Oaks, that we suggest recommend park upgrades be looked into for 2025 through 2026,
No, that's not what we're doing.
not what we're doing.
So what we're looking for is a motion to upgrade Lisbon Oaks baseball diamond and recommend that to the.
So move. Thank you, Kathy.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No? Okay.
Would they move on that this summer?
Tomorrow. I mean, tonight, we're gonna move on the money, so now you recommended, you wanted to see the park, the baseball diamond. improved and the upgrades made, now the board will have to talk about, we're gonna talk tonight about pay. And that's why they wanted to come, because they're going to share in the cost.
I have a question then. If they do this in the near future, it'll take that field out of use until it's accomplished. And then they won't have a field at all unless it's done
The
next fall or something.
goal would be after the season ends, so the season ends end of July. So it'd be, the goal would be to have it done that fall.
Okay, but there's no demand for it.
And then hopefully, you know, it's done early enough where we get grass and everything growing for the following spring season.
Yeah.
No, I actually did talk to the gentleman I got the quote from at the conference I went to. And he said it's filling up fast already for fall.
For baseball diamond.
For
You
baseball
wouldn't
diamond.
do this in-house at all, would you?
You know,
No, we wouldn't.
yeah,
Is the answer.
Done, okay.
Okay.
Moving along, discussion and necessary action regarding replacement of playground equipment and recommendation to the village board of the same.
So we put this on because we wanted to start the discussion on. We've heard from our board in the past that they wanted to know what the priorities were, how those priorities were set. On playground equipment. Ed, you brought up the fact about, well, Lisbon Oaks, we now have a new baseball and we have a new. Basketball, if everything goes right. The only thing, and a new sign this year, right? So the only thing we really have left is to get that equipment done, and then that part is kind of up to snuff. You know, we could do more,
Yeah.
but at least it would get us a pretty nice looking park when we went by. But the board, as we talk to the board about it, they're going to ask about priorities. And how do we know which park is being used the most, where we're gonna get the best bang for our buck type of a situation? I know we've talked about the one at Community Park, we've talked about the one here at Memorial Park, and now I'm talking about, you know, Lisbon Oaks. So everybody has, if you ask any resident, wherever that has kids, wherever they live, the closest one is the one they'd like done.
For sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, what equipment is the oldest? Is that here?
I would say Stony Hill West.
Mm.
It's probably the oldest, but I would say that is also probably the least used.
Yeah.
Just because it's kind of on an island. There's a smaller subdivision that by near there. And it does connect to a Sussex one, but they're so close to Armory Park in Sutherland. I feel they tend to
Go over
head
there.
that way instead of our way.
Mhm.
And we know that Stone Family is obviously from that generous gift from Sussex, that
Stone family is done.
upgrade, so that part would
The
be checked
equipment.
as done
For equipment.
for equipment.
It sure could use, you know, other things.
Yeah, well, it's well utilized for both Pee Wee football and for baseball, on my knowledge of when I go by there. Here, obviously, I don't know how, and Mike, you would be I would think you would be the best source for how well utilized is this park. And of course, Stony Hallquist would be another issue. Because I have no idea. I rarely go by there. I don't use Elizabeth Road that much.
Yeah,
The other thing we talked about a little bit was having a professional come in and actually grade our, how many years we have left on the equipment that we have. And not that we're all able to do that. That actually people that do this for a living can take a look and see what's dangerous, what we should stop using, how many years we have left on the life. And I think that will, if we bring something like that back to the board, that might be helpful in moving something forward.
Didn't we have that done when John was still, I remember somebody going around with John to all the parks. And they recommended stuff.
Just about everything replaced.
I would say you might not like the answer.
Would that person like also like be able to help purchase equipment and like get deals? Is that like part of their thing too?
I don't think,
No, I think that guy just came in and went to all the parks.
Just like a consultant?
Yeah,
I
for
think it's like a
liability, there.
consultant.
liability.
Kathy, as, would this? I would want certainly, I mean, you want somebody that has credentials.
Mhm.
Et cetera, that would come recommended to yourself as the administrator to the board. But I'd also not want them necessarily connected with any one of the industries, because of course they would recommend we get upgrades,
Yeah.
because it's gonna mean I make money. So, for example, community park, that facility, community park, talk about getting the best for your money. How old, Marlene, do you think that playground facility is now? 30 years?
93, I believe it was.
Yeah,
installed.
93 was when it was
30 years.
installed. So it's, yeah, when you
30
think
years.
about that, it's close to 30 years that that's been there.
And when you talk to playground manufacturers, 20 to 25 is an expected
Mhm.
lifespan. Yeah, for equipment.
Would it behoove us to, like, we took the one park, got that pretty good. How about if we're working now on, Lisbon Oaks? Do that next, make that a priority to get that finished. And I agree with, Mike on Stone Family. The only thing there that maybe could be replaced with something different was that, climber. The whole bottom of that, what is it, like a,
You
It's
said
not a-
Stony Hellquest?
Yeah, Stony Hellquest.
Stone Family's brand new.
yeah, Stony Hellquest. That one climber there, I don't know if it was a fire truck or just a climber, the whole base of that was, metal base was rotting out bad.
Yeah,
Maybe that is something we maybe just
Get rid of, so nobody.
get rid of,
Yeah, it's a
or
liability, we don't.
Yeah,
well, because we went over and painted all that.
you
when we
painted
did
it,
the-
yeah.
The swing set we did and the benches and all that 3 years ago now.
Yeah, that was
We
really done good.
And all that.
But did you see that it was falling
Nothing.
apart, holes or anything that somebody could get rid of?
No, it was a lot worse than the one here. That one was.
Oh, this one here is really bad. Should we just say, okay, let's update, by Lisbon Oaks? And then put on the next project, maybe a Memorial Park? Because Memorial Park is really bad. I think some of those drums are even cracked and smashed.
well, I kind of agree with Kathy, though. I think that maybe our first priority should be the safety issue. If there's anything that's gonna potentially hurt somebody, and I think we better. I mean, maybe just a visual inspection with your guys in the spring, Mike, just to like look, see if there's anything broken or sharp or
Yeah, we
jagged
go
or,
through the playgrounds.
yeah,
Monthly, we go through them all.
okay.
I mean, but there are, actually, I just went to at the conference, a guy talked from the insurance company, which maybe we could talk to our insurance and see if they offer it. But he is actually a certified playground inspector.
Oh,
He will come in and go
And
through
there you
the.
go.
What is the charge?
It would help to have a third party
He's,
impartial review.
well, maybe our insurance company would provide it, though.
I like
yeah,
that.
I mean,
Maybe.
here's his card. If Kathy
Is he
wants- I
local?
mean,
Yeah, maybe give them a call, see
If
if
you
he
want
wants.
me to call them, but like, they're an actual insurance company that you
Yeah, I
can
know,
buy
I
insurance.
actually looked at their liability.
Okay,
Passed on their liability, but
so, but
you can contact them to see that.
Yeah.
You should contact, rural and see if they have something.
Yeah.
But, the only, and I just wanna caution you that we bring somebody in and they say it's dangerous. And suddenly the only park that has equipment in it is Stone Family Park.
Mm,
You know,
The responsibility on.
Yeah.
the town.
Right.
Liability.
it's a liability. As soon as they say it's a liability for us, we've gotta remove it.
I think if Mike and his guys go out there and do a good inspection.
I can check with our insurance company. It's just that I just wanna make sure that we're aware that our equipment isn't that great. I don't know if any of it's, a liability, but that's what this third party guy can do.
Yeah, that's a good
Mhm.
point.
The only thing would be too, you were talking about baseball. How about Memorial Park? We had a group from a baseball, but it wasn't this group, was it?
No.
Who wanted to come out and extend the
lively.
field. And then put this park and the next one, redo the baseball field, redo the play equipment. And like you said, one piece is over here and the other pieces are over there. And put this park here as a priority. To start getting bids and stuff. What would it cost to make this a better field?
Right. So if we. And the committee can do whatever you want, and ask for whatever you want.
But I'm just cautioning, if we spread ourselves way too thin,
Mhm.
we're gonna get nothing done.
Right,
And so if the committee wants to get equipment and finish up Lisbon Oaks, for instance,
Mhm.
mention that. Then, maybe if we somehow come up with a plan for that park. Look at what the park would cost us, have him go and look at different park, equipment that, what it would look like, how much space would take up. How, and then finally get us a bid. We could actually put this at the community festival and try to get some donations for this park.
It's a good idea.
We could do it the same with, when there's a baseball tournament or a basketball tournament or something at Lisbon Oak Park, that maybe we can get some donations. I just think I think our residents might, or a business might, for putting their name somewhere, might do it, donated by.
well, what would it take to, yeah, what would it take to upgrade or add to or make Lisbon Oaks better, or is it good enough?
You talking about the playground equipment? or-
Yeah.
I would say we're looking at the similar, what we spent at.
Oh.
Sun Family. 200 to 225.
Is there, we can't use anything that's there now? Yeah.
There's one piece that you possibly could, but the rest of it, no. And
Okay.
Even if we did, we'd have to move that to a different park, because if we put that stuff in.
It would be part of the, yeah.
Yeah.
It would be part, yeah, I could use that someplace. else.
So are we in agreement that we want to prioritize Lisbon Oak Parks now, finish that one and then move on to the next one? Is that what we're
As
talking?
long as the baseball stuff is happening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make
I
it
agree,
happen
yeah.
all at
Yeah,
once.
it needs to draw attention to that, but I also think the idea that was raised about having someone survey our parks. Non-partially, if there would be this insurance person you were talking about, Mike, would be a good idea.
Mhm.
But then again, this is why this is,
Yeah.
this is why this is so important.
Yeah.
It gives you a guide point from our standpoint of our committee and then to the full board.
Mhm.
Right.
So they know what's going on.
So we don't have to make any recommendations today. I just wanted to start a discussion because he had gone and spoke with somebody and just got off of his conference, so he might have had some things to share with us. And we knew that this baseball diamond was coming and just wanted to throw it out there. It might behoove us to wait before we do anything until we get this 5-year plan in a good place also.
Yeah, I think,
Would we want to put in the 5-year plan a list of the parks in order that we would like to see done?
Good, as long as you have some kind of justification.
Well, like Lisbon Oaks, you're putting in a new baseball diamond.
well,
That's
maybe, we don't know that yet.
Well, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
they're showing up that it's gonna go through.
Well, it's interesting, Marlene, because we all
haven't
know
heard
that
about the money
Lisbon
yet,
Oaks
though.
is basically underutilized.
I'm assuming, but
The
I mean,
problem with
plus the
Lisbon
money is
Oaks right
crazy.
Now is there's nothing for the older kids really there. There's a one
Yeah.
globe spinner there, but everything else is from that 2 to 5 year old.
It's for toddlers, sure.
There's nothing for, your 7 to 8 year old kid. They're gonna get bored in 5 minutes. And that's one of the issues, with that playground
Yeah,
At least, you know.
at Lisbon Oaks.
Yeah,
I just
yeah, it's
wasn't-
pretty much for little ones.
Yeah.
so then why don't we, my thought is, let's wait on this until we know for sure what's happening with the baseball thing,
Mhm.
and then we can. To your point, add Tim Bingle in it here, I think that's a really good idea.
Because we are talking serious money.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the board's gonna go, well, you gotta prioritize, what do you wanna do first?
Mhm.
So yes,
It would be nice though, like you were saying, to have a park in mind that we can put the donation bin out for all of our events.
Yeah, we're gonna work on this park and then
Well,
get
we,
that up to snuff and then go on to the next. I think we gotta get our parks
I
in
mean, we can
order.
have a meeting before our next event.
Yes.
So if we can say then like.
mhm.
Yeah.
you know,
before the Easter egg, and then definitely
certainly
before the
before
community.
Fest,
Mhm.
we
Yeah.
Have something in mind. that we can-
Yeah, I mean, in the past, when we did that, we had 2 possibilities from that company, right? Or from
Mhm.
2 different companies.
Yeah.
And then you guys chose the one that you wanted, and we had this really nice looking poster board type of a thing that we could use to show people what the future park would be once we get like donations, we can say, you know, this is gonna cost this amount, and we're looking for either corporate sponsorship or
Mhm.
individual donations to get that thermometer to get up to the top and get us our.
Is that something we can do for Lisbon Oaks? And get it ready to go as soon as it's approved, the baseball is approved? You don't want to wait another month and month and month and month.
I mean, he can get some ideas on what he wants.
Kind of start calling people and kind of seeing what.
Yeah.
You know, for the space we have and size.
Then you have an idea, is it gonna cost 100,000, 200,000? Do we need that big of a huge thing there? Is there the room for it?
Yeah, there's plenty of room.
Yeah, but then you would know.
All right, so
Okay.
I think we have a plan. So does somebody want to make a motion to,
No,
oh, no action. Okay, never mind.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I want to run the meeting for you.
It's all right. Hey, I need steering. Don't worry about it. Keep her on the road. Does anybody have any future agenda items we would like to let Kathy know about now? I think
Just
we're,
have observation on the front page where it says event dates, it says Easter extravaganza, March 3rd, which that's not typed right, it's not the right date.
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, we're gonna have another meeting before that, but it says March 3rd.
Thanks.
and there was,
A typo.
Okay,
and there was up on top of the updated sheet. You have
Wrong.
15 June 23.
Oh, that was when I first started the process.
Oh, okay,
This was an old one.
that's
That was.
we figured that, we kind of figure we know that.
okay. So then,
Awesome.
we are on to adjournment. Somebody want to make a motion to adjourn?
May I make one
Oh, please. Yes.
comment? Just,
Yes.
is there any chance that I don't want to be a pain for Elisa or anyone else, but there's always work to do? Is there any way we could make the font a little bit bigger on this document?
You need bigger glasses.
No,
It
you're
is.
saying, you were commenting on the font.
I can ask.
Yeah.
I mean, if not, I understand. So it's just it's a small request.
I think it's going to be difficult with wise.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah,
but
especially
Just-
something like that.
just
Yeah.
request if someone says, go away, no problem. Okay,
Okay.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Any second? Okay, Kelly, all in favor?
I,
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, passes. All right, we're out at 5:57. Woo, under the wire.
3 minutes left.
woohoo.
What do you want to talk about?